Welcome to Scale With Us, the podcast for business owners navigating the absolute chaos of scaling a business and juggling all that life throws at you along the way.
Each week, we'll be talking about our wins and fails and everything in between because let's be real, it's not all smooth scaling.
So grab a drink, settle in, and let's get into it.
All right, guys, we might ruffle some feathers with this one, but if you've got your face on a bus stop, we're coming for you.
Not because we hate your face, it's lovely, but listen up, agents. Maybe there's some smarter ways to get your results in your marketplace. So today we want to unpack the maybe controversial topic of agent billboards on bus stops and give you probably about 3 ways to optimize your spend and your results.
Yeah.
So what do we see, Jess? Other than agents' faces plastered on bus
Everywhere.
stops.
Yep. I honestly can't believe they're still doing it. Like, it just seems so outdated.
Well, when you ask people, it's obviously, okay, it creates more brand visibility.
Yep.
But I just don't know that the perception of the public
Mm.
sees it that way. I don't think they're driving past going, oh, thank God there's a local real estate agent in town. Whew, great, can't wait to sell my house with him, right?
Yep.
The argument on the other side is, does it create then awareness of that person? Is that person front of mind, or at least then there's some credibility when it comes time to sell? Yes, sure. But I suppose we think there's probably like 3 mistakes that we see when it comes to agent marketing on billboards.
Yeah.
The first one is, and this is like maybe my problem with it, is like it feels like it's making it all about the agent and not about the client. And I think this is a bit of a problem in the whole real estate industry.
Yeah.
And the perception of real estate agents from the public. And this is not just my opinion. This is sitting at barbecues and
Yeah.
dinners and things or seeing posts on Facebook groups where the perception of,
Yep.
or the ick around real estate agents who make it all about themselves and their face on billboards and maybe their shiny cars and flashy watches
Yeah.
and how many millions of dollars they've just sold. It's coming, and we only have to see, we won't mention any names, but some of the recent news with a very prominent estate agent losing his license or having it suspended
Yeah.
due to some, let's say, undesirable practices. The comment section on those posts is like, oh, well, I'm not surprised. It's a dodgy real estate agent,
Yeah.
or it's just they're out for themselves and they're millions of dollars. So I think the real mistake that I see is that the public perception is it's like it's all about them. It's not about you as the client.
Yeah.
One thing I was always taught years ago, and I think it was like in BDM training, it's like you always have to be thinking like, what's in it for them. There's nothing in a billboard bus stop.
When it's just their face and their phone number and, the agency that they work for.
There's not even call to actions on
No,
it, right? It's
nothing.
usually just like Hermione Gardner, local real estate agent, phone number.
Yeah.
So I think, look, it might build brand awareness, but does it make people want to use you and take action? I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
I just think there's like a heap of different ways, better ways to spend your money. If you want brand awareness, some ads. Like you could, you get to change it all the time. Once you've done that bus stop, it's very hard and expensive to go and change it every few weeks. Like you just wouldn't.
Unless you, but even like I think 'cause sometimes now there's like digital boards,
Yeah.
but even the digital boards, you have to submit a creative
Yeah.
and have that there as like, you can't be like, oh, can you just make a quick change? Like they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, no, you paid for the month campaign.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can't test what creative works. There's no call to action. There's no clickable links or anything
how
like
much time
that.
do people spend looking at it?
Yeah.
And the other thing is like, are you even getting seen by the right people, right? Like, sure, maybe, I don't know, they're like, oh, 20,000 cars drive past here every day. But are they the people, that are in your marketplace that are interested in buying or selling or renting out their home? Like,
Yeah.
maybe not. So I think that, well, and this is probably coming across a lot of agent marketing and everything we talk about with social media and websites and everything is making it about you and not about the client. And we've spoken a lot about with branding, knowing your client, their pain
Yep.
points, what they need. We spoke about that with website last week. And I think that really needs to be thought about when it's like, what's the outcome of what we're trying to achieve? And if it is brand awareness, well, is it your face that needs to be up there?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
or is there a different marketing message that might make people stop and go, oh yeah, they're a bit different, or hey, I might really like to, consider them, or that's clever.
Yeah. I actually saw one a few weeks ago. There's an agent, I think he's in Brisbane at Strud Real Estate, and it's a huge billboard, and it's next to some roadworks. And apparently, these roadworks have been going on for years, and everyone in the community is just like sick and tired of these roadworks and the lines. The traffic lines are huge. So he's put on the billboard something about getting your home sold, faster than these roadworks will ever be completed. And like the photos and the shares and the comments of that, and people going like, "So funny, I had a laugh, while stuck in traffic." Like, that's smart. It's not all about him. It's about everyone in this community is like having,
Relatable.
yeah, it's relatable and
And
funny and
people that are in your marketplace, what are they going through? What are they
yeah.
experiencing? Is there something going on in your local area that, that thing that was like, oh, everyone knows about that. Like
Yeah.
where I live in Manly at the moment, there's a pub that's moved into the wharf, and like they're kind of like buying up all the restaurants, and there's this, running joke around, oh, well, now it's going to turn into a Felons, because like Felons
Yeah.
is now buying up everything in Manly. And so, like, that would be quite funny.
Yeah.
It's like that would be, playing on something like that from a
Absolutely.
real estate angle,
Yeah.
sell your house, so it could turn into a Felons or something.
Yeah, totally.
But like, I think it probably leads into the second thing, right? Like, if you're going to do it, right? Like, sure, maybe it is valuable in your marketplace. Get creative with it. Like,
Totally.
because the other thing is, like, think about how many you drive past and see, and it's just the same. It's just
You
the
just
same.
tune out when it's just someone's face and a phone number. You just tune out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen a couple of clever ones. Shout out to Madeline Smith, who has her face on it, but she's put graffiti on the image. Like, so already she's given herself little devil ears and some clever line
Moustache.
about
Yeah.
not being a regular real estate agent. And like, that's funny, right? Because
Yeah.
everyone knows that those billboards get graffitied and moustaches
Yeah.
and
So
horns drawn on them. So she's done
beat,
it herself
yeah,
and like
beat them to
called it
it.
out. And so it shows that she's not like every other real estate agent
Yeah.
and might catch more people's eye,
Absolutely.
because people are going to look and go, oh, that got graffitied. Oh no,
Wait.
she's done it.
Yeah.
So that was really clever. I saw another really cool one. I think it was up here on the Central Coast. Property Central did it a few years ago. They had their faces, but they were covered with a paper bag.
Oh,
And
so
we're
it's not all about them.
It's not all about us.
Yeah.
It's about you and your results. And I was like, well, that's clever. Again,
Totally.
because it's playing on the perception that most people have when they're looking at bus stops, like, oh,
Yeah.
another real estate agent. And that would probably make me go, like they're different.
Clever marketing.
Yeah. So it's like, great. We've talked about this sea of sameness when it comes to socials and websites and marketing. Get creative, like Roadworks guy, or like Madeline, or like, paper bag on head guys,
Yeah.
and think outside the box. And if you're not creative and there's no one in your office or team that's creative, our lovely friend ChatGPT is very creative with this stuff. Like, I've used it so many times in my business. We've recently done our summit events, and I was like, I don't just want to do a normal flyer. Like, I don't, because again, sea of sameness. They go around, they pick up all the same usual real estate flyers, and like, give me some creative ways to like have a flyer, but that's not a flyer. And so we ended up coming up, well, ChatGPT helped us come up with two. Like, one is like this flyer that looks like a newspaper. So it's like a daily
Yeah, I
bulletin.
saw that. I love it.
And so people are picking up. It's like, oh, it's a daily bulletin. It's like how Hermione and Sidekick have helped businesses scale. And,
Yeah.
then they read all about it. So that was quite cool. That was different. And then if I was going to do a billboard or something, I'd do something similar. That I need to be on a billboard for, because my ideal client is not driving down the street, right? I need to be seen where my ideal client is going to be, which is online, at conferences, that sort of thing. And then we did another one. We had another little flyer around, like, I want it to be like an invitation. We ended up doing like a little ticket, so it looks like a ticket, and it was like, you're invited to join. Is it a ticket to join the PM community, for the not Facebook free group that we have, free community group.
Yeah.
And that was really cool, because it looks like you got a ticket in your bag, right?
Yeah.
So even whether it's bus stop or your other marketing you're doing, especially if you're doing letterbox drops, what's something that you could do that's creative?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of another one. This was like back in the days when we used to go out clubbing in the city. I remember one night we came back to our cars, and it looked like we all had parking tickets. Every car on the street looked like it had a parking ticket on it. We're like, oh my gosh. But then, like, you opened it up and it was like, you've been fined for not coming to XYZ
Oh, so
club or bar
good.
or something.
Yeah.
And we're like,
From a real estate agent.
yeah. No, sorry, not for a real estate. It was
Oh,
from another bar or club or whatever.
yeah.
But again, it was like, they could have
It's
just done
clever.
another flyer, come to our club.
Yeah.
But it's like how that, and unfortunately, it was a long time ago. Can't remember the name of the place.
Yeah.
But we would have been like, oh, that's quite cool and clever. I'd
Yeah.
consider going there now. Maybe I hadn't before.
Absolutely.
So thinking about that and using maybe ChatGPT to help you come up with ideas to have a bit more cut through, because especially, we've talked about flyers.
Yeah.
How many, I get them, go straight in the bin.
Straight in the bin. Absolutely.
Recycling bin, of course.
Of course. But yeah, the thing with the bus stops is they're so expensive. So expensive. And if you think about where else you could spend that money to get bigger reach, more creative reach, like
Into point number 3
exactly.
is spending money on things that it's hard to quantify
Yeah.
results and
Yeah.
return on investment.
Exactly.
So what else, where else do you see would be better to spend money where you've got a clearer ROI?
Yeah. Facebook ads.
Yeah.
just to name one. Yeah, or put the time and money into at least your organic content, and you could boost some posts. You could target people in your area, so at least you're then on everyone's phones. You could be really creative with it and cut through that way. But you think of how much money you would spend for a bus stop for 6 months, 12 months, however long you're going to do it for. A huge amount of money.
And you might get graffitied.
Yeah. And then the time that it would take for them to clean it off, it's just not worth it. Like you could put that money into Facebook ads.
Yeah, 100%. We did it with I've got one of my clients. She does property management, but also sales.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, should I do it or should I do a billboard? Blah blah blah. And instead, we went and got a video made of her where she's talking about, hey, I'm not just a everyday real estate agent. Here's why I'm different.
Yeah.
And we've gone and put that video not just on the organic socials, but we're now running ads to that video.
Yeah.
And we're targeting not only, this is the cool thing, right? We're targeting not only geographically based on the suburbs that she's operating in,
Yeah.
but we've also pulled her database and we're running
Yeah,
custom
awesome.
audience targeting. So now, like even the people who have been, dormant in her database for a while are going to start seeing her marketing, right? And that was I think $800 video. And I think we're putting $500 on ad spend.
Yeah.
So, and
Awesome.
she's already getting leads come through from it.
Especially especially with ads, the targeting is great for location, but if you're in property management, you've got a lot of investors that live outside of like how are you going to target all those people? You need to pull the database and run it through that way. Yeah, so clever.
Yeah, and I think it's then we've said it before, but it's like it's measuring and tracking versus guessing. Like that allows you to clearly see how many eyeballs have you had, how many clicks, how many watches. Like if you do the the awareness type campaigns on Facebook, and let's say you put a video on there, you can literally see how many seconds people have watched the video for, like how many seconds people have had eyeballs on your marketing. So it's, and the thing is, the funny thing is, right, if you went and sat and looked at a bus stop, how many people, like let's say it's foot traffic, how many people would be walking past, and are they looking around them or are they looking
At
down to their
phone.
phones?
Yep.
So where are you going to be seen, right? Like, to be honest, if I'm driving, I'm probably yelling at my kids in the back of the car and
Yeah.
telling them
Not at a bus
I'm not
stop.
going to put on the stupid chicken nugget song that they want to listen to, and probably not paying attention to what's on the bus stop.
Yeah.
So I think the takeaways is try and find ways to make it, any marketing you do, especially bus stops, about, what you do and how you help people and the clients, not yourself.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, get creative with it and think outside the box, what will actually capture attention.
Yeah.
But then, thirdly, it's like, okay, well, how do you make sure you get the right eyeballs on your marketing and a higher return on investment? There's some amazing opportunities with meta advertising, with Google advertising, even like LinkedIn advertising now. Like it's, YouTube advertising. There's a whole range of things you can look at where it's like you could find specifically the people who would be your ideal client in that audience.
Yeah.
So, yes, maybe we'll get some hate for that, but I think it's not, again, you only know what you know, and if you've seen other people doing it, then you probably think, oh, well, to be a famous real estate agent, I have to be on a bus stop. And I've even heard, jokes in offices like, oh, you've really made it now, you're on a bus stop.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I would much rather a client take that spend and do the old school letterbox drop if they have to. But yeah, then put it into, because at least then you're targeting the actual houses in the area that you want listings. You're not guaranteed any of that if you're putting it on a billboard, and then put the rest of the money into ads and some creative. Yeah, some professionally done creative for ads, and then yeah, your organic for sure.
For sure. So I think a couple of actions. If you have
Have
been,
to.
well, yeah, if you have to, or if you're thinking about it, or you want to, use ChatGPT or something to help you come up with some creative ideas. If you have been spending it and not seeing the results, like I encourage you to take one of those vanity spends and put it into something that has a measurable lead source and like a
Yep.
measurable ROI, and run that for a few months and test it and see what happens.
Yeah.
And if you want more help with that, jump into the Brand Lab. We've got lots of content in there around how to do more creative marketing. We share ideas in our monthly master plan, and we'd love to have you in there and have you a locally loved real estate agent, not someone who's getting graffiti all over their face.
Absolutely.
We love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. See you next week.